Así usario un extraño enemigo, profanando su planta tu suelo. En su patria quería que el cielo un soldado hijo te dio, un soldado hijo te dio. Mexicanos al grito de guerra, en la sierra está el primor. Y retiembla en sus centros la tierra al sonoro rugir del cañón. Y retiembla en sus centros la tierra al sonoro rugir del cañón.
Ciudadanos, now please welcome Lorenza Campos for the singing of the national anthem of the United States of America. Le damos la bienvenida a Lorenza Campos para interpretar el himno nacional de los Estados Unidos.
Hey, Kate, we can come back after this. Thanks, bro.
Number 17, Indian Bray. Number 16, Mikael Dos Santos. Number 32, Noah Allen. Midfielders, mediocampistas. Number 8.
Moments away from kicking things off at New Bank Stadium. Inter Miami and León Leagues Cup action. Looking grim for Inter Miami as far as advancing to the next round. Losing their last fixture to Monterrey at the death in the 90th minute. No Lionel Messi, Berterame, Suarez, and Silvetti. And then León on the other side. They have 2 wins against Nashville and Orlando. Orlando, one of the hotter teams in the MLS and in North America. Rodrigo de Paul and Jose Rodriguez exchanging flags, shaking hands with the referee. We are awaiting the picture. Once again, if you're just joining us, Lionel Messi available off of the bench. Lionel Messi available off of the bench and is expected to possibly play at some point. Surprised everybody when Lionel Messi ultimately was on the substitute list on our starting lineup sheet. But the boys are now onto the pitch. Inter Miami wearing pink. They're all pink jerseys. And León wearing their green jerseys and their white shorts. Inter Miami will attack the right side goal first, which means they will end on the left side. They switched things up the first game. Inter Miami attacked the left side first and ended on the right side. But their last 2 games now, they will end on the left side of the pitch in that net. No Luis Suarez tonight, still serving that suspension. Luis Suarez, obviously, we don't need to go through what happened again and go through that, but suspended 6 games in Leagues Cup in the competition. Now, Inter Miami, how they can advance. Inter Miami must defeat León in regulation to get all 3 points. But extremely slim hopes. Inter Miami loses or draws, they're immediately eliminated. But if Inter Miami wins in regulation, that is the path to advance. A regulation win will give Inter Miami 3 points, and then a couple of things need to happen. Atletico de San Luis must avoid a blowout. Monterrey must win on the road or tie against Nashville. Toluca must defeat Dallas in regulation, and Querétaro must either defeat LAFC or win in a shootout. A lot needs to happen, and we are underway here on your Inter Miami radio network. Once again, starting lineups for Inter Miami. Noah Allen, Mikael, Gonzalo Luan, Ian Frey, Rios Novo in net. Segovia, Casemiro, Bright, and DePaul in the midfield. Delanoy and Pintér at striker. On the far side, making a run forward is Noah Allen. But Inter Miami probing now out of the defense, playing Gonzalo Luan. Good to see Gonzalo Luan back on the field as well. He's missed some time with injury. This is his first start since the World Cup break. Mikael gets it past midfield, goes to the far side, and Noah Allen. Here's Yannick Bright. 3-man 3-ball between Mikael, Casemiro, and Bright. Now it's back to Bright. He gets it past midfield. Couple players making some runs on that far side. Noah Allen, Segovia, and Delanoy. But Inter Miami will switch their fields. This is Luan. Now Luan going back to Mikael. 1 minute in, 0-0 Inter Miami and León. Inter Miami must win in regulation today. Or rather tonight. Yannick Bright with some space. Made a nice move, and he got the pass wrong. And a turnover. León's on it. Now a tackle by Inter Miami, but a good job there to thwart away a Heron defender. This is Beltran, and now we have a whistle and a foul against Inter Miami. It will be a free kick for León. Fernando Beltran, who has played for Chivas, Tapatio, came out of the Chivas Youth Academy, now in León. He had 152 appearances for Chivas in the midfield. And now he's playing in León, one of the more veteran players on this León side. They are captained tonight again by Jose Rodriguez. Out of bounds and a throw-in for León on the far side. 2 minutes in, 0-0 Inter Miami and León. León now trying to play out of the defense, trying to open things up. Inter Miami has the press on. The near side. A couple of passes back and forth between Vegas and Guevara. Now back into the midfield. This is Beltran. Beltran playing a long through ball forward. Is he going to get on the end of it? He does. This is Arcila. And keep in mind, too, Daniel Garcia, the 24-year-old Colombian, 3 goals in his last 3 games. He has been the difference in these League Cup matchups. 2 goals in League's Cup for Daniel Arcila. León still on it in Inter Miami's half. A header by Casemiro to try to thwart it away. Luan bullying Beltran off of the ball. A 50-50 ball, and Segovia winning it. Segovia trying to get out. He goes backwards to Allen. Now to the far side in Delanoy. A nice skill by Delanoy to get a lob past the Bright, but it got intercepted. And now Inter Miami on it with Rocco Rios Novo in their box. If you ask a respected fan in Liga MX, they will tell you that León is a respected side in the competition. And now we have a foul. That was Vegas following our Rodrigo de Paul. De Paul have a free kick, and he takes it immediately. Now, head referee, and I'm at your mercy, head referee tonight is Mario Escobar, blows his whistle and says we got to redo it. But if you ask a Liga MX fan about the club León, they'll tell you they're a very respected club within the tournament. They won back-to-back championships in 2013 and 2014. They won the league again in 2020, and they have recently won a CONCACAF Champions Cup back in 2023. They're managed by Javier Gandolfi, a former player himself. And having a conversation, an animated conversation, Mario Escobar, head referee, with Telasco Segovia. He didn't like a couple of things apparently Telasco was doing on some of these challenges. But finally, we resume play. 5 minutes in, 0-0, Inter Miami and León. Inter Miami must win in regulation in 90 to maybe possibly advance in League's Cup. Miami turns it over at the midfield, and now it's to the defenders of León. This is Romana, and a bad turnover. This is De La Noy on it. Can Inter Miami find a chance here? Telasco Segovia on the far side. He plays it to Yannick Bright. Bright in space. Finds De La Noy. De La Noy in the box, and what a tackle. That was Romana. Romana immediately, though, turns it over to Casemiro. Inter Miami back on it. Can we have another chance? This is Ian Frey in the box. Frey plays it to DePaul. DePaul looking for options. Gets it to the middle, and Yannick Bright. Back to DePaul. DePaul was looking for a streaking Noah Allen, but he'll play Mikael. Inter Miami parked in the half of León. They're probing. Mikael back to Luan. Luan right by the midfield circle in the half of León. Back to Mikael. Far side, Noah Allen. Inching towards the box is Allen. Now he'll play back to Mikael. Pass after pass after pass. Inter Miami passing it well. Can it bear fruit? This is DePaul. DePaul, through ball, looking for Bright, headed away. Now León on it. They're trying to get out. They don't, because Inter Miami wins it with Luan. Here comes Ian Frey. Inter Miami looking good, making nice passes. Now Casemiro's got to get rid of it, and he does find Mikael right at the midfield stripe. Now here's Bright. He releases Luan, and Luan goes to the near side, and Ian Frey. Frey playing on a streak, and Daniel Pintér. Pintér crossing the box, blocked. He's going to let that ball roll out of bounds, and Inter Miami's going to have a throw-in on the near side touchline. Ian Frey taking the throw-in. 7 minutes in, 0-0 Inter Miami and León. Ian Frey will play it back to Gonzalo Luan and midfield, now to Casemiro. Casemiro, Mikael right at the stripe, at the midfield stripe. He's got acres of space, and he'll use it. Far side touchline, Noah Allen. Allen, left foot pass to Segovia. Segovia right outside of the box, gets that one deflected. Getting a boot on that for León was Moreno. Now with Casemiro, back to Mikael. Inter Miami trying to get back on the ball. Mikael to Telasco Segovia. Now to DePaul. Back to Segovia. Segovia to ground. No foul. Mario Escobar swallowing his whistle, but Yannick Bright niftily wins it back. Now to DePaul. Still in the half of León are our Inter Miami Herons. Luan up with the attack. Near side to Frey. Frey cutting into the box. Good move, but it got it wrong once he looked like he was in a threatening position. León trying to get out. Wide pass from Guevara. Guevara looking for Arcila. Ball won by Inter Miami again. Now Yannick Bright. Inter Miami dominating the possession battle early in the 8th minute. 0-0 the score. Defenders up with the attack. Here's Mikael. De La Noy on the far side. Noah Allen streaking on the far side as well. De La Noy will cut in and find DePaul. DePaul and Bright. Now to Mikael. And DePaul tried doing a one-time pass to Bright. That ball intercepted. León has a chance on the break. This is Cortizo, and Cortizo got the touch all wrong. Will be a throw-in on the far side. Noah Allen taking it immediately. once again, in order for Inter Miami to advance, they need to win big. They need to win by at least 2 or 3 goals to boost their goal differential. They need outside help. And now we have a long through ball into Ian Frey on the near side. Frey cutting into the box. Frey goes to ground and a foul. Mario Escobar going to give Inter Miami a dangerous free kick, literally inches outside of the box on the near side touchline. Casemiro showing his quality on a long through ball to Ian Frey. Frey cut in, got fouled there. On the foul for León is Sebastian Vegas, the Chilean. And Inter Miami now going to have a great opportunity inches outside of the box on the near side. Rodrigo de Paul getting a stern talking to from Mario Escobar. But Rodrigo standing over the free kick in the 10th minute. 0-0 Inter Miami and León. First big opportunity of the game for Inter Miami. DePaul waiting for head referee Mario Escobar's whistle. There it is. DePaul, right footer, header, and almost a chance for Inter Miami. Deflected away, but Inter Miami still on it in the box. Mikael trying to play a ball into the fray. And we have a corner kick, your first corner kick of the night, presented by Lido Rider Smith Ivy and Frauenrath. Visit foryourrights.com. That's foryourrights.com. Lido Rider Smith Ivy and Frauenrath, your official lawyers on your Inter Miami radio network. Taking a right foot in swinger is Talasco Segovia from the left side. Inter Miami's got Casemiro and all the big guys down there. Service and header, and it's right at goalkeeper for León, Oscar Garcia. Good service, good shot there for Inter Miami. Your first shot on target coming from Casemiro. Casemiro, who was a very big problem in the Premier League for Manchester United on those headers. Inter Miami back on it with De La Noy. He's cutting into the box. De La Noy, nice move. Got to do something with it, though. He tries to do a right foot finesse. That one deflected, and it'll roll out of bounds to the far side. Loveland's De La Noy has showed some serious quality the last 2 games in League's Cup. He got unlucky. He probably should have scored against Monterrey. It was a good save by Cardanes of Monterrey. Inter Miami in the box, crossed in by Frey, and that one deflected away. Will be a throw-in for Inter Miami. Inter Miami is all over León, and I don't think it's a coincidence because remember, as I was explaining, if Inter Miami wants even a chance to go to the next round, they got to win by 2 or 3 goals, and they need a lot of outside help. They need at least 3 of the following 4 results to swing their way over the next 24 hours. They need San Luis to avoid a heavy blowout loss to Orlando City. They need Monterrey to win or tie on the road against Nashville. They need Toluca to defeat Dallas in regulation, and Cuatro must either defeat LAFC or win in the penalty shootout. They need 3 of those 4 situations. Near side touchline, this is DePaul. Inter Miami might as well be grandmother at Sunday brunch with a coffee and a cigarette. They are parked in León's half. 12 minutes in, 0-0. Inter Miami and León. Near side touchline, Rodrigo DePaul. DePaul trying to play on Ian Frey. Turnover. Beltran on it. Inter Miami immediately wins it back, but no. Head referee Mario Escobar whistled for a foul. Beltran apparently got belted off of the ball. And we're going to have a free kick for León. 13th minute, 0-0 Inter Miami and León. They'll play it back to their goalkeeper Garcia. And Garcia boots it away to the far side. And now they're inching closer to midfield. Man goes to ground, no foul, and De La Noy ends up with it. He's streaking. He makes a cut into the box, cross in, nobody home, back stick. But Rodrigo DePaul is going to get there. And there's still an opportunity for Inter Miami. DePaul the bright to De La Noy, and De La Noy off of the volley. That one will go over the bar of Garcia. But Inter Miami all over León. 13 minutes in. It was a good pass by DeLanoy to the back stick. Pintér and DePaul weren't home. DePaul ended up with it. He got it back to Bright. Bright found DeLanoy on the far side of the box. DeLanoy put a right foot on, then went 3 rows up. Took it off the volley. Showed some skill to get it off the volley there. Near side touchline now to the middle of the pitch. León trying to get out. Beltran will play it back to Guevara. Now Romana on it. Inter Miami with a serious press. They win the ball. I haven't seen León get the ball past midfield more than twice, folks. Inter Miami means business tonight. This is Casemiro on it. Casemiro going to a lob pass to the near side. Ian Frey with a heck of a skill. Cross in. Oh, goodness. Daniel Pintér couldn't get on the end of it. But Ian Frey went up and over the León defender, put a right foot pass to the back stick, and nobody was home. You might see that on SportsCenter Top 10 tonight. What a move by Ian Frey. 15 minutes in, 0-0, Inter Miami and León. But what a show of skill by Ian Frey. And now León finally gets it past the midfield mark. This is Cortizo on the far side. He gets it to Moreno. Moreno's cutting in. And now on it is Arcila to Beltran. León now showing a spell of possession. Inter Miami frantically trying to win the ball back. This Inter Miami press has been something serious, folks. And now a bit out of position. Here's Romana. Pass into the box for León. Nifty first touch by Santos and a clearance by Inter Miami. León still on it. This is the far side. Cross in and Rocco Rios Novo catches it. Inter Miami back on it. DePaul playing it up. This is Daniel Pintér. Garcia's off his lines, but Pintér couldn't get the first touch. Garcia came way off his line. If Pintér got the right touch on it, we could have had a goal. 16 minutes in. Inter Miami 0, León 0. Very exciting stuff from our Herons early on. They got everything but a goal. Yannick Bright wins the ball, goes to ground, and head referee Mario Escobar blows his whistle. Free kick coming up right past the midfield stripe in León territory for Inter Miami. Yannick Bright all over the pitch tonight. The MLS All-Star, Yannick Bright. Standing over the ball, Rodrigo DePaul. Going to have a right foot free kick. DePaul plays it to the far side in. Noah Allen. They'll reset. DePaul whacks away a defender. Near side pass to Frey gets deflected. Now León trying to get back on it. 50-50 ball. A header coming in from Luan. That ball will roll back to León and their box. Now León defenders trying to get out of their own half. That's been the story of the first 17 minutes, folks. León can't get out. They can't get out of their own half. The press for Inter Miami has been very impressive. And the Herons have had a couple of opportunities in front of net now. You had a Casemiro header and a couple of backstick passes where unfortunately nobody's been home. Throw in for León on the near side. Can they spur the trap? Rodriguez will play to the far side and Moreno. Moreno plays it to Cortizo. Cortizo turns and goes back to Moreno. Moreno boxing out Noah Allen on the far side touchline. It'll be a throw-in. They are in Inter Miami territory. Cortizo back to Moreno. Two-man, two-ball, Moreno and Cortizo. They're still passing. Now Cortizo going to cut in with a left. He pulls up, and he'll try to go backwards, and that ball intercepted by Pintér. And Rodrigo DePaul trying to play on DeLanoy. DeLanoy battling, and he'll win it on the far side. This is Telasco Segovia with space. Segovia into the box looking for Pintér, and that one intercepted. Good read of the ball by Guevara. Now Inter Miami wins it again. DeLanoy shot and saved by Garcia. Illinois took an ambitious shot, yards outside of the box. A right footer. Put it on target. Garcia had to go to ground, but it didn't have enough mustard to get past him. Garcia will boot it away to the near side, and Beltran. Beltran cuts in. He found Arcila, back to Beltran. Cortizo to Moreno. 19 minutes in, 0-0 Inter Miami and León. Game number 3 of Phase 1 in Leagues Cup for our Herons. Moreno to Rodriguez, Romana. And now León probing right at midfield. Inter Miami slapping a press on. Segovia heckling Romana. Romana will go backwards to Garcia. Garcia boots it away, and he boots it right to Ian Frey and the Inter Miami's defenders. And Inter Miami will reset with Rocco Rios Novo in the 20th minute. Mikael and Luan now in their half. Now DePaul. Got a nice little 3-man, 3-ball triangle. Luan, Mikael, and Rodrigo. Now Luan going to continue to bring the ball up. He'll try to switch his field to the far side in Illinois. Illinois there. Is he going to cut into the box? He'll lay a pass up to Yannick Bright. And now Casemiro. Casemiro back to the far side in Illinois. And tries getting it to Bright. Looked like it was going to be intercepted, but Bright, man, I'll tell you what, Yannick Bright having a game so far, shielding it and making Inter Miami keep possession. Gonzalo Luan now to Casemiro. Casemiro between the midfield circle and the penalty arc. Finds Bright. Back to Allen, and that one going to ground, rather, is Moreno, and it'll be a throw-in on the far side touchline for Inter Miami. Noah Allen will throw it in immediately to Yannick Bright. Luan to the near side, and Ian Frey. Mikael. Inter Miami at midfield. Mikael again. 21st minute, 0-0 Inter Miami and León. Once again, I'll keep reminding you guys all night, but a lot of things need to go Inter Miami's way. 3 out of the 4. San Luis must avoid a blowout. Monterrey must win or tie against Nashville. Toluca must defeat Dallas in regulation, and Cuartuaro must either defeat LAFC or win in a penalty shootout after a draw. We have a foul. Inter Miami will have a free kick near the near side touchline in León's half. And obviously, the big thing, Inter Miami needs to win by 2 or 3 goals in regulation. The big storyline, too, Lionel Messi available off the bench and on the bench tonight. Thoughts and prayers still with the GOAT and his family after his father, Jorge, passed away. Javier Gandolfi, the gaffer for León, having an animated conversation with Mario Escobar. I'll tell you what, every time I look at Mario Escobar, he's waving his hands and screaming. 22nd minute, Rodrigo DePaul and Escobar exchanged words. Now DePaul standing back over. Luis Suarez watching on from his suite. And now Rodrigo DePaul takes a free kick and gets it right back to Paul. Service back stick header. And that one will go over the bar. Ian Frey not able to put her on target. If Inter Miami loses tonight or draws, they will immediately be eliminated from Leagues Cup. A regulation win gives Inter Miami 3 points and 6 points total. However, because they currently possess a tight +1 goal differential, they still require work and outside help. Inter Miami needs to beat León by 2 or 3 goals to boost the differential. And then again, Atletico San Luis must avoid a blowout. Monterrey must win or tie on the road. Toluca must defeat Dallas in regulation. Quartaro as now Segovia, I thought so, leaked out pass and scooped up by Garcia. Segovia was almost one-on-one with León's keeper. But Quartaro must either defeat LAFC or win in a penalty shootout. Pass forward, and Beltran almost found Arcila. That one will roll the Rio Snobo, though. Inter Miami knows the task. Win by multiple goals. Cold front here blowing in at Inter Miami at New Bank Stadium. Dark clouds. They have Oscar keep us updated on the weather. This is your Inter Miami Radio Network. Mike Rizzo on the call. My OG on-site producer, Oscar Gonzalez. Paul Adams, our frequency coordinator. And our guy, Santi Rodriguez, helping out as well. We got Kate Johnson back at the City Place Studios in downtown West Palm Beach. And now we have our first hydration break of the game. Let's actually take a 60-second timeout. Let's take a 60-second timeout on our Inter Miami Radio Network, the first hydration break. We will be back after this 60-second timeout. Oh, not bad. After the game? After. Said 50%. Could it pass over? Then we said 50%, right? It usually rains on me on the way home, which, you know, rather that than get delayed. The boys are hydrated up and back on the pitch. Once again, hydration break timeout here on your Inter Miami Radio Network. 26 minutes in. 0-0, Inter Miami and León. The Herons have been all over León this half. The only thing we don't have is a goal. And now, still having conversations, is head referee Mario Escobar and DePaul. Good news is they're now laughing. Before they were screaming at each other. Now they're laughing. So, the play resumed off the throw, and Inter Miami on it at midfield. And now, Inter Miami in trouble. That was almost a big-time mistake by Mikael. Moreno was tracking him, and now Mikael down. And I believe Mario Escobar is going to stop play. Yes, he will. Mikael in his right foot. And yes, he planted hard on it. We're waiting to see if the physios are going to come out here. The physios will come out. Let's actually take another 60-second timeout. Let's take another 60-second timeout. Mikael getting injured on his birthday, as horrible as that is. And yeah, we will take a 60-second timeout, injury timeout on your Inter Miami Radio Network. Thanks, Kate. That looked bad. I think he turned that ankle. Who's going to come off the bench here? And yeah, Kate, play those post games, brother. Falcone will probably come off the bench here. I haven't seen Maxi Falcone play in 4 months. Let's see, July. No. Yeah, June. May. Been like since May since Falcone's played. So we had our hydration timeout, now our injury timeout. Mikael hobbling over to the far side. Does not look good, folks. I'm interested to see if Guillermo Hoyos is going to get someone up and warming up. And actually warming up, as I say that, is Frizio, our young Ecuadorian Frizio Caicedo. Inter Miami right off of the jump with 10 men. Gets it forward to León's half. No, Yannick Bright will retreat back to León. Inter Miami playing with 10. And now, switching the fields to Casemiro. He goes to the far side to Delanoy. Delanoy bullied off the ball. And Romana trying to clear it. He finally does, but no, headed by Allen. And that one will roll behind the byline for a goal kick. Rodrigo De Paul asking the sideline, what's going on? Where's our defender here? And Yannick Bright now asking if we could get a player on, but Inter Miami at the moment playing with 10. Going back into a defensive center back position is Casemiro at the moment, as Guillermo Hoyos will try to get a center back ready. Once again, Frizio Caicedo warming up on the sideline. Maxi Falcone is on the substitute list as well. León still can't get out, even though Inter Miami's down to 10. Casemiro wins it, and he goes back to Rocco Rios Nova. 31st minute, Inter Miami 0, León 0. Caicedo will be the center back checking in for Inter Miami, so Mikael not good enough to go for the rest of the game. He will be substituted out with injury. León trying to take advantage of 10 men for Inter Miami. Casemiro tries to go forward. He turns it over. Now León could sit on the ball here with 10 men for Inter Miami and start probing. They're gonna start the probe at midfield. They get it forward to Arcila. Arcila with space tried to go past Yannick Bright and Casemiro, but Casemiro won it and immediately turned it over. Though now León, Inter Miami's got to be careful here. In the box is Santos. He finds Arcila. Arcila got the pass wrong into the box, thankfully, but León defenders up with the attack. Guevara wins it back. Arcila back on it. Right outside of the penalty arc is Beltran. Beltran stops and goes to his far side. This is Moreno back to Beltran. Now we have a León player on the ground. And we have a throw-in on the far side and a yellow card for Telasco Segovia. So Segovia picking up a card, and we have our first substitution again. Frizio Caicedo coming on for the injured Mikael. Inter Miami finally back with 11 players. Mikael is going into the locker room as well. So it looks like his night is done on the pitch. Caicedo, who made his first start a couple of games back for Inter Miami. The Columbus game, to be exact. And he's been a starter and featured off the bench in Guillermo Hoyos' lineup the last 4 games after that. León on the far side, Beltran battling near the corner stick. And somehow Moreno wins it. Moreno in the box, won by Allen. Good win of the ball by Noah Allen. Allen gets it to Delanoy. Delanoy trying to find space and to get out. But Romana wins it back for León. Romana, very good player. Very good Liga MX defender in Johan Romana. £6 million is worth in the world transfer market. Highest on León by far. And now we have a foul. Casemiro going to ground. And Inter Miami will go quick with it, are the 2 center backs, Frizio Caicedo and Gonzalo Lujan. Now Casemiro at midfield. Near side touchline, Rodrigo De Paul. Once again, Segovia, first card of the game, got the yellow card. Mario Escobar had animated conversations with him earlier, saying no more. And apparently, he did more. Him and De Paul, specifically, Escobar has had issues with as far as challenges in this game. More so Rodrigo trying to go quick. DePaul cutting in. Gets it to Bright. Bright plays on Daniel Pintér. Pintér in the box to the byline. A cross in, headed away by Romana. Can Inter Miami get back on it? And now we have a stoppage of play. Escobar, and we had an offsides. We had an offsides from the near side lines judge. And Mario Escobar was basically screamed through his whistle if he could at goalkeeper Oscar Garcia and the center back Juan Guevara. But it was an offsides call. It'll be a goal kick from inside the box for Garcia. 35th minute. Inter Miami needs to win big tonight by 2 or 3 goals if they want to stick around in this tournament. And then they need 3 out of 4 things to happen in their favor. Ian Frey taken to ground, thrown to ground for that matter, by Arcila, Davi Arcila. Or Daniel Arcila, at your mercy. Once again, Arcila has scored 3 goals in his last 3 games. He has 2 goals in League's Cup, and he scored in the most recent Liga MX fixture against Pachuca, which was a 1-0 victory for León. Far side, Fabrizio Caicedo. Fabrizio being let have the ball at the moment. Now near side to Paul. Paul couldn't stop that one out of air, and it'll be a clearance to the near side throw-in. Throw-in immediately taken to Segovia. Segovia will go to Bright, and Bright let the pass up for Casemiro. Casemiro will do a big switch to the far side, and Noah Allen. Allen to Segovia. Inter Miami set up in León's half. Casemiro looking for a ball into Frey, headed away, and back on it is Noah Allen. Now De La Noy. De La Noy cross in, headed away by Guevara. León on it now, in their half. And Arcila, or rather Santos, threw his hands up in disgust, and while he was doing that, he missed a pass in. Noah Allen on it in the box. Can Inter Miami bear some fruit here? DePaul shots, and just to the left of Garcia's goal. And now a couple of the more veteran players having a conversation with Santos, the young 23-year-old Mexican who threw his hands up in disgust. It could have led to an opportunity. He was frustrated with a couple of his players, and he missed a pass. And Captain Rodriguez didn't like that, had a conversation with the young man. Inter Miami back on it. And Yannick Bright to Segovia, back to Pintér, shot, and at the last second, Guevara slide tackle, deflected the shot. Will be a corner kick presented by Lido Riders Smith Ivy and Fromrad. Visit foryourrights.com. foryourrights.com. Lido Riders Smith Ivy and Fromrad have been serving injured people and their families in South Florida for over 40 years. They have their main offices in Palm Beach Gardens. What a tackle. What a tackle by Guevara. Saved the goal. Pintér was one-on-one with Garcia. It's going to be a right foot outswinger for Segovia from the right side. Service in. Looking for Casemiro. Headed away by León. And now Escobar blows his whistle. That's going to be a foul on Inter Miami right at the penalty arc of León. Free kick coming up. 38th minute, 0-0 Inter Miami and León. Guevara, the center back, will take the free kick, and he'll go right back to Garcia, the goalkeeper. Garcia barking his orders right outside of the box in the penalty arc. He gets it to Guevara. Now Vegas. Vegas looking forward. Luan, bully ball on Arcila, but he got the pass wrong. León on it now in Inter Miami's half. Going to ground is Cortizo. No foul, but it rolls out of bounds. Throw in on the far side. Yannick Bright, folks, has been all over the place in this first half. He's been the man of the match for me so far for Inter Miami. León trying to get the ball past the midfield stripe, and they get the pass wrong. Ian Frey on it. Now Inter Miami will recycle back to Rocco Rios Novo. 0-0 Inter Miami and León in the first half. I hate to keep reminding everyone, but Inter Miami, if they want any chance of advancing, they're going to have to win this big, 2 or 3 goals. And then 3 out of 4 possible scenarios happen with other teams. And quickly, if I can, wanted to bring up those situations. We got to throw in on the far side. Don't want to miss a moment of action, though. This is Yannick Bright, and he'll recycle back to the defenders quickly. San Luis needs to avoid a blowout loss. Monterrey needs a winner tie against Nashville. Toluca needs to defeat Dallas in regulation. Querétaro must either defeat LAFC or win in a penalty shootout. 3 out of those 4 scenarios need to happen while Inter Miami wins in 90 minutes by 2 or 3 goals. So a lot needs to happen. And I would like personally, as the Inter Miami homer on the Inter Miami radio network, I would love a goal before half here. Rodrigo de Paul to the far side. Allen, service in, looking for De La Noy, deflected away. Can Inter Miami get back on it? Cortizo on it for León, getting harassed by Inter Miami attackers. Still on the far side, Cortizo. And he goes backwards to Moreno. Cortizo on the ground. Moreno trying to clear it away. Intercepted by Pintér. Now Casemiro. And Casemiro not able to find DePaul. But León immediately spits it back to Inter Miami defenders at midfield. Rizzo Caicedo on it. Now to Gonzalo Luan. 2-man 2-ball, Caicedo and Luan. Inter Miami probing at midfield. We do have a couple of those games going on right now where we need results, but Frey passing into the box, cross in, shot, goal! That's Daniel Pintér. Ian Frey has been in business on that far side all night as an attacking wingback. He finds Daniel Pintér, and we get the goal before halftime. Rodrigo de Paul immediately grabs the ball, and sets it at midfield as well. Rodrigo knows the assignment. They need to win, and they need to win big. But Ian Frey with a nice pass into the box, and Pintér basically walking that one in. Great job by Inter Miami. 1-0 here right before half in the 42nd minute. All right, there's one, folks. There's one. Going to need a few more here on your Inter Miami radio network. All right, 2 of the games are in action where Inter Miami needs results. Once again, San Luis must avoid a heavy blowout loss. Right. Listen, it's 1-0 in the 42nd minute. That's not a heavy blowout loss. And then Monterrey and Nashville in action as well. And Monterrey must win or tie on the road. They're down 1-0. So we need Monterrey to wake up a bit here. Inter Miami back on it. Near side, goes out of bounds. Going to be a throw-in for Ian Frey. 43rd minute, 1-0 Inter Miami on top. A 42nd minute goal by Daniel Pintér. We do have a couple of those games going on right now where we need results. But Frey passing into the box, cross in, shot, goal! That's Daniel Pintér. Ian Frey has been in business on that far side all night as an attacking wingback. He finds Daniel Pintér. And we get the goal before halftime. 50-50 ball in the León trying to leak out on the far side. This is Moreno. Moreno in Inter Miami territory. 3 minutes, 3 additional minutes presented by your local South Florida Audi dealer. Get to them in a second because León looking threatening and a shot that completely got it wrong. That's Santos who got the shot about 4 goals to the right wrong and about 10 rows up. But 3 minutes of extra time presented by your local South Florida Audi dealer. 3 minutes of extra time presented by your local South Florida Audi dealer. Visit AudiUSA.com to learn more. Test drive the new Q3, test drive the new Q5 at your local South Florida Audi dealer, or learn more information at AudiUSA.com. Ian Frey going forward to DePaul. Segovia on it. Now to Daniel Pintér. Pintér trying to finesse one upper 90 to the left corner of the goal, but that one just over the bar. And we're going to have a goal kick for Garcia. 1-0 Inter Miami, 46th minute. 1 minute into the additional 3. Daniel Pintér, the goal scorer. Ian Frey with the assist in the 42nd minute. Casemiro winning the ball in León's half. That one rolling back to Guevara, who boots it away. León on it. Inter Miami's half, far side to Moreno. Rizzo Caicedo with a nice block and win of the ball. Casemiro on it. Now to Yannick Bright. Bright leaking Delanoy. Is he on sides? Garcia boots it out anyway. He did a good job of coming off his line. DePaul still on it. Gets it to Segovia. Now to Yannick Bright. Back to the far side to Delanoy. Delanoy's been dangerous off that left side. Back to Yannick Bright. 47th minute. 2 minutes into the allotted 3. Inter Miami in León's half. Defenders up with the attack with Luan. Inter Miami 12 shots compared to León's 2. Casemiro. Now to the far side in Delanoy. Delanoy to Allen. Now to Casemiro. Casemiro cross in, deflected away by Romana. Romana getting it up to Moreno. Moreno getting leaked out on the right flank. Moreno still with it. And now Rizzo Caicedo winning the ball and going back to Rios Novo. 20 seconds left of extra time. 47-40. Can Inter Miami get one more opportunity before the half? DePaul wants more because he's going deep to Ian Frey. Frey gets it on the near side. Frey to DePaul. DePaul goes to the back stick and Garcia catches it. 5 seconds until 48. Could be the last roll of the ball. And that is it. Halftime. Inter Miami up 1-2-0. The goal scorer, Daniel Pintér. The assister, Ian Frey. We'll give you your match stats and your match facts and the highlights coming up next on your halftime show on your Inter Miami Radio Network.
If you want to learn how to fan the football way, ask the fans with a Modelo. Only they know how to celebrate with strangers as if they were lifelong friends. To lose their voice for weeks after chanting for 90 minutes. They are always ready to teach you the ways of football because to them, passion is meant to be shared. So go ahead, ask the fans with a Modelo.
Straight Talk Wireless presents Pickup Truck Wisdom.
If you're only good to your new friends, you're not going to have any old ones. Straight Talk gets it. That's why new and existing customers get free 5G phones on Verizon's 5G network. Pretty simple, really. You keep good people by being good people.
Find us at straighttalk.com and Walmart. Straight Talk Wireless. Straightforward. Always. Taxes and fees apply. Plan purchase required for free phone offers. Copyright 2026 Verizon.
Progressive knows you've got plenty of things to worry about.
What time does the kids' practice end? How long has that check engine light been on? Are takeout containers microwave safe?
So the last thing you should have to worry about is what to do if something unexpected happens on the road. That's why if you're ever in a major accident, Progressive's accident response can detect it and send help. It's just one less thing to worry about.
How long does chicken last in the fridge?
Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and Affiliates. Limited availability in California. Driver is responsible for emergency and towing charges not covered by the policy.
Overheard at the Hard Rock Bet Party.
Hey, Michael Irvin. Another promo just dropped on Hard Rock Bet. I got a profit boost this morning. Whoa, and a huge bonus bet just hit my account. Is the app on fire like this every week?
Only on days that end in Y. Like today, yesterday, all day, every day.
Download the Hard Rock Bet app and start playing today. Hard Rock Bet. Roll with us.
Offered by the Seminole Tribe of Florida. Must be 21 plus and physically present in Florida to wager. Terms and conditions apply. Concerned about your gambling? Call or text 1-833-PLAY-WISE.
The Summer of Audi sales event is here. The finesse, the precision, and the power. We know the sound of performance when we hear it. Game recognizes game.
Now at Lowe's, faster quotes start at the Lowe's Pro Desk. Got a material list handwritten on a sticky note or saved as a photo? Perfect. Bring it to us and get a quote in minutes. And if you don't see what you need on the shelf, we'll help you get it. You can access thousands of products beyond what's available in-store or on Lowe's.com, right from the Lowe's Pro Desk. Build quotes faster and source the materials you need to keep your jobs moving. Just like that, at Lowe's.
I'm David Ortiz. When I lost my mom, she was only 46, and I lost my dad to cancer. It was the worst pain I ever felt. It made me think, what will happen with the people I love when my time is up? That's why I have life insurance. Ethos makes it easy. It's all online, take about 10 minutes, and you can get up to $3 million in coverage.
Get your free quote at ethos.com/game. That's ethos.com/game. Paid testimonial. Time spent on application may vary. Online health questions required.
For 40 years, Lytle, Ryder, Smith, Ivy, and Fraunrath has stood up for clients in South Florida communities. If you've been injured, their experienced attorneys across South Florida are ready to fight for your rights. They've recovered billions for their clients. There's no cost for a case evaluation and no fee unless they win. Visit foryourrights.com. That's foryourrights.com. Lytle, Ryder, Smith, Ivy, and Fraunrath. Proud supporters of Inter Miami FC on ESPN South Florida. Main office in Palm Beach Gardens.
Inter Miami Soccer is on ESPN 106.3. Let's get back to the pitch. Here's Mike Rizzo.
Halftime 1-0 your score. Inter Miami on top with a Daniel Pintér goal, assisted by Ian Frey. Let's get right into the highlight. This is Daniel Pintér getting into the back of the net, once again assisted by Frey. We do have a couple of those games going on right now where we need results, but Frey passing into the box, cross in, shot, goal! That's Daniel Pintér. Ian Frey has been in business on that far side all night as an attacking wingback. He finds Daniel Pintér, and we get the goal before halftime. So 1-0 Inter Miami on top. Inter Miami is going to need a lot more goals in the second half if they want a chance to go to the next round in Leagues Cup. Let's take our first time out on the halftime show. When we come back, we'll preview the second half and go through the match stats on your Inter Miami Radio Network.
The Summer of Audi sales event is here. The finesse, the precision, and the power. We know the sound of performance when we hear it. Game recognizes game.
Overheard at the Hard Rock Bet Party.
Hey, Michael Irvin. Another promo just dropped on Hard Rock Bet. I got a profit boost this morning. Whoa, and a huge bonus bet just hit my account. Is the app on fire like this every week?
Only on days that end in Y. Like today, yesterday, all day, every day.
Download the Hard Rock Bet app and start playing today. Hard Rock Bet. Roll with us.
Offered by the Seminole Tribe of Florida. Must be 21 plus and physically present in Florida to wager. Terms and conditions apply. Concerned about your gambling? Call or text 1-833-PLAY-WISE.
If you want to learn how to fan the football way, ask the fans with a Modelo. Only they know how to celebrate with strangers as if they were lifelong friends. to lose their voice for weeks after chanting for 90 minutes. They are always ready to teach you the ways of football, because to them, passion is meant to be shared. So go ahead, ask the fans with a Modelo.
Now at Lowe's, faster quotes start at the Lowe's Pro Desk. Got a material list handwritten on a sticky note or saved as a photo? Perfect. Bring it to us and get a quote in minutes. And if you don't see what you need on the shelf, we'll help you get it. You can access thousands of products beyond what's available in-store or on Lowe's.com, right from the Lowe's Pro Desk. Build quotes faster and source the materials you need to keep your jobs moving. Just like that, at Lowe's.
I'm David Ortiz. When I lost my mom, she was only 46, and I lost my dad to cancer. It was the worst pain I ever felt. It made me think, what will happen with the people I love when my time is up? That's why I have life insurance. Ethos makes it easy. It's all online, take about 10 minutes, and you can get up to $3 million in coverage.
Get your free quote at ethos.com/game. That's ethos.com/game. Paid testimonial. Time spent on application may vary. Online health questions required.
The Summer of Audi sales event is here. The finesse, the precision, and the power. We know the sound of performance when we hear it. Game recognizes game.
Inter Miami Soccer is on ESPN 106.3. Let's get back to the pitch. Here's Mike Rizzo.
But to keep it a buck, folks, Inter Miami dominating at halftime. 60% possession compared to 40. Our Herons are leading that. 11 shots total compared to León's 2. They're winning that. 3 on target. None for León. 17 touches in the opposition's box. 2 for León. 2 big chances for Inter Miami. One of them was missed. Obviously, Daniel Pinter's goal in the back of the net was the one that wasn't. And only 1 yellow card in the first half. Now, what everyone is asking me here at halftime, is Lionel Messi going to play? No one has that answer other than Lionel Messi and Guillermo Hoyos. But a couple of things need to happen for Inter Miami. San Luis has to avoid a blowout loss. They're only down 1-0, not getting blown out, but it's halftime. And then Monterrey, a win on the road against Nashville or a win in penalty kicks would help. They're sadly down 1-0. But Inter Miami needs to handle business on their end first. They need to win by 2 or more goals. 3 would be great, but they need to win by at least 2 or more goals to even be considered into the next round in League's Cup. Now, Segovia does have a does have a yellow card. I believe he'll probably come off the pitch at some point. We've been seeing Davi Ruiz get a lot of play off of the bench for Guillermo Hoyos. I also think David Aishala could come on as well. And keep in mind, too, Inter Miami has 2 quality fullbacks on the bench in Facundo Mora and Sergio Reguilon. And then, obviously, Lionel Messi, folks. Could we see the greatest player of all time tonight? None of us expected him to play. None of us expected him to even be in the building or in the country after he went to Argentina for the death of his father. But Lionel Messi on the bench, could we see him in the second half if Inter Miami needs some goals? The left wing and right wing have been in business for Inter Miami. 33% of the attacks are coming from the left wing. 29% are coming from the right. The left wing, De Lanoy. The right wing, I dare I say Ian Frey, even though he's been playing right back. Frey's been coming off that right side and looking threatening. Let's take our final time out of the halftime show when we return the second half on your Inter Miami radio network.
Overheard at the Hard Rock Bet Party.
Hey, Irv, you watching the game?
Watching? I'm all over these live bets on the Hard Rock Bet app right now. Brother, I'm in the game. That's a quick winner. Si se puede, si se puede, si se
Live
puede.
betting on Hard Rock Bet makes any game worth celebrating.
Si se.
Download the Hard Rock Bet app and start live betting today. Hard Rock Bet. Roll with us.
Offered by the Seminole Tribe of Florida. Must be 21 plus and physically present in Florida to wager. Terms and conditions apply. Concerned about your gambling? Call or text 1-833-PLAY-WISE.
For 40 years, Lytle, Ryder, Smith, Ivy, and Fraunrath has stood up for clients in South Florida communities. If you've been injured, their experienced attorneys across South Florida are ready to fight for your rights. They've recovered billions for their clients. There's no cost for a case evaluation and no fee unless they win. Visit foryourrights.com. That's foryourrights.com. Lytle, Ryder, Smith, Ivy, and Fraunrath, proud supporters of Inter Miami FC on ESPN South Florida. Main office in Palm Beach Gardens.
If you want to learn how to fan the football way, ask the fans with a Modelo. Only they know how to celebrate with strangers as if they were lifelong friends. To lose their voice for weeks after chanting for 90 minutes. They are always ready to teach you the ways of football because to them, passion is meant to be shared. So go ahead, ask the fans with a Modelo.
The Summer of Audi sales event is here. The finesse, the precision, and the power. We know the sound of performance when we hear it. Game recognizes game.
Overheard at the Hard Rock Bet Party.
Hey, Michael Irvin, another promo just dropped on Hard Rock Bet. I got a profit boost this morning. Whoa, and a huge bonus bet just hit my account. Is the app on fire like this every week?
Only on days that end in Y. Like today, yesterday, all day, every day.
Download the Hard Rock Bet app and start playing today. Hard Rock Bet. Roll with us.
Offered by the Seminole Tribe of Florida. Must be 21 plus and physically present in Florida to wager. Terms and conditions apply. Concerned about your gambling? Call or text 1-833-PLAY-WISE.
For 40 years, Lytle, Ryder, Smith, Ivy, and Fraunrath has stood up for clients in South Florida communities. If you've been injured, their experienced attorneys across South Florida are ready to fight for your rights. They've recovered billions for their clients. There's no cost for a case evaluation and no fee unless they win. Visit foryourrights.com. That's foryourrights.com. Lytle, Ryder, Smith, Ivy, and Fraunrath, proud supporters of Inter Miami FC on ESPN South Florida. Main office in Palm Beach Gardens.
If you want to learn how to fan the football way, ask the fans with a Modelo. Only they know how to celebrate with strangers as if they were lifelong friends. To lose their voice for weeks after chanting for 90 minutes. They are always ready to teach you the ways of football because to them, passion is meant to be shared. So go ahead, ask the fans with a Modelo.
Did you miss Theoretically Speaking? Evan Cohen. We have Giannis. We have moves that the Miami Heat have made around the Giannis and Bam lineup. This is a roster that's starting to turn into something that could be a legit threat.
There's a lot that they have done that you love, and there's a lot more to still do. And what do they have up their sleeves? They always have something. We've all discussed the Giannis part of it. A+ every which way. If you're complaining about it, you're complaining about it just to complain. I don't know what to tell you.
It's Theoretically Speaking, weekdays at 2, here on ESPN 106.3.
The Summer of Audi sales event is here. The finesse, the precision, and the power. We know the sound of performance when we hear it. Game recognizes game.
Inter Miami Soccer is on ESPN 106.3. Let's get back to the pitch. Here's Mike Rizzo.
Lionel Messi checking in. Let's hear it from the crowd. Lionel Messi checking in for the first time after his father Jorge passed away. Once again, thoughts and prayers to the Messi family. I don't think anybody expected Lionel Messi, the greatest player of all time, to play in this game. But Messi standing over the ball at midfield and about to get this second half underway, which just got a heck of a lot more interesting. Welcome on back to your Inter Miami Radio Network. Second half underway. Lionel Messi in the ballgame. Near side touchdown, Noah Allen now. This is Yannick Bright. Delanoy to the near side, trying to go forward. That one deflected out of bounds. Will be a throw-in for Inter Miami. If you're just joining us, Daniel Pintér with a goal in the 42nd minute. It's 1-0 Inter Miami. Lionel Messi has checked into the game the first time since his father, Jorge, passed away. Segovia now on the near side, trying to get it out. And that one goes out of bounds. Will be a throw-in for Noah Allen. Inter Miami in León territory with Yannick Bright. Messi in the ball game. We have a developing situation here in South Beach. Messi on it. Gets it to Noah Allen. Allen gets it to the box. Messi shot and saved by Garcia. And Garcia almost spit it out to Yannick Bright. And he's able to make the save. So Lionel Messi immediately checking in and getting a shot on target. Messi chants have erupted. León trying to get out. Inter Miami has slapped on a press. Delanoy wins the ball with Rodrigo De Paul. De Paul on it, cutting into the box. Finds Segovia. Segovia laying it up to Frey. Frey trying to cross it in, and that one will go across the byline. Corner kick presented by Lytle Rider Smith, Ivy, and Farm Wrap. Visit foryourrights.com. That's foryourrights.com. Lionel Messi will take a left foot in-swinger from the right side. '47th minute, Inter Miami up 1-0. Messi, cross in, header deflected away by León. León now winning the ball. They're trying to go quick. They're trying to go forward. And a pass in, dangerous position. This is Moreno. Moreno, finally, Inter Miami defenders back, and Moreno will retreat to midfield. Now, Cambindo, who came on at half, the 30-year-old Colombian striker, $4 million in the world football transfer market, their second highest player behind their center back Romana. He loses it. Inter Miami now on it in their own half, and now we have a foul. Mario Escobar blowing his whistle, and we're gonna have a free kick for Inter Miami. Messi on it on the far side. He gets it to Ian Frey. Back to Messi. Here's Luan. Inter Miami probing out of the defense, trying to get it to midfield. They do with Noah Allen on the near side. Allen passing it into Delanoy, and that one intercepted, smartly intercepted by Vegas. León on it in Inter Miami's half. They are forward. Moreno on it, and a shot, and that one scooped up by Rocco Rios Novo. And it was actually Daniel Arcila. Arcila, like I said, 3 goals in his last 3 games. He's got 2 Leagues Cup goals. Lionel Messi has 2 League Cup goals in 1 game played. This is his second appearance in Leagues Cup. He had 2 goals in 30 minutes. Leo on it, gets it to Bright, and now we'll switch fields to Noah Allen. Back to Bright. Messi. Left foot pass. That's to Noah Allen. Allen in the box. Pass back into the fray. Messi tried a one-time pass to Segovia. And now León able to clear. Can Inter Miami win it off the header? And they don't. With it now in a dangerous spot is León. They get it forward to Cambindo. Cambindo, pass in. Arcila, shot, and a goal. Inter Miami caught out on the counter. And Daniel Arcila makes it 4 goals in 4 games. León in business 1-1. Guevara got out like a bat out of hell, got it forward to the midfield, and they played in a wide open Arcila between the center back and the fullback, and the rest was history. Inter Miami caught out, they're down, or rather, excuse me, they're tied 1-1, but it certainly feels like they're down. Once again, in order for Inter Miami to advance in Leagues Cup, they got to win by 2 or 3 goals and have 3 out of the 4 situations happen. San Luis must avoid a heavy blowout loss to Orlando City. Monterrey must win or tie on the road against Nashville. Toluca must defeat FC Dallas in regulation. Querétaro must either defeat LAFC or win in the penalty shootout. A lot needed to happen, to be fair. But León and Inter Miami all tied up 1-1. Nice goal by Arcila. Lionel Messi checked in at halftime. He was on the bench. When I got the squad for the game, when I got starting lineups, I thought it was a typo. But Lionel Messi was on the bench, and he is subbed in at half. And our Herons got some work to do, 1-1. Messi on it. In the box, Messi shot deflected by Romana. It'll be a throw-in on the near side. 51st minute. Romana patting Messi on the back, I believe. Some good words there said to the GOAT. Like I said, I don't think anyone expected to see him in this game tonight. Well, 1-1, 51st minute. Frizio Caicedo on it at midfield. Now near side to Allen. Allen to Casemiro. Casemiro to Delanoy. Delanoy cutting into the box, and a nice slide tackle there to make it a corner kick presented by Leto Ryder Smith, Ivy and Farmrath. Visit foryourrights.com. For over 40 years, Leto Ryder Smith, Ivy and Farmrath have been serving injured people and their families. But slide tackle and that ball out of bounds was Moreno, and taking a left foot outswinger is Lionel Messi from the corner kick. 52nd minute, 1-0 Inter Miami, or rather, excuse me, 1-1, all tied up. Messi passed to the far stick, back post, and headed away, waiting to see if this is a corner, and it is another corner kick. Presented by Leto Ryder Smith, Ivy and Farmrath. Visit foryourrights.com. For over 40 years, Leto Ryder Smith, Ivy and Farmrath have been serving injured people and their families. Visit foryourrights.com. This will be a right foot outswinger from the right side by Rodrigo de Paul. De Paul takes it on and deflected away by Garcia. On it is Ian Frey. In the box, Bright! Bar down! Bar down, goal! Yannick Bright, the best player on the pitch tonight, goes bar down! Out the way, bar down! 2-1, Inter Miami! Known for his stamina, known for his work rate in the midfield, a true box-to-box who will pass and defend and dribble. But Yannick Bright, out the way, bar down, 2-1. We need more. Once again, Inter Miami needs to win by multiple goals. The wind, the tide, the momentum, back with the pink. Messi trying a one-time pass to the far side, turned over right back to León, but a nice clearance by Gonzalo Luan to the far side will be a throw-in for León in their own half. 54th minute, 2-1, Inter Miami on top. To update you on what's going on around Leagues Cup. Again, San Luis needs to avoid a blowout. They are not getting blown out. That scores 1-0 in favor of Orlando. 53rd minute. Inter Miami winning it back. Rodrigo de Paul on it, but now Romana winning it, and Casemiro with a dangerous tackle. Is he going to get a card? And he does. That's a yellow card. 2 yellow cards, Romana and Casemiro. Mario Escobar trying to get control of this game. Escobar staring down Romana. Apologies for the laugh. But him and Romana had a stare down. I wonder, he must have said something, because that clearly, in my opinion, that's a yellow card on Casemiro, but I'm not sure. And now we have a foul on the near side. Game getting a bit sloppy. Escobar doesn't think that's a card. But again, San Luis has to avoid a blowout. They're only down 1-0. Problem is, Monterrey needed to get a win on the road and get a result, or win in penalties. And they're down 1-0 in Nashville. León on it. Now won by Yannick Bright. Trying to get it out of their own territory. Bright and Inter Miami. De La Noy now has it on the side of León, on the near side. He was looking for Messi, and that ball intercepted. Good job there by the León defenders. León trying to get out to midfield. They do. In Inter Miami's half now. Arcila, the goal scorer for León, back on it. Now Beltran, intercepted by Inter Miami. Can they stay on it? Casemiro plays a long pass to Rodrigo de Paul. Herons up 2-1, 56th minute. Can we see more fruit? De Paul looking for Messi, and backstick De La Noy, and he got it wrong. De La Noy didn't know if he should pass or shoot. It looked like a pass towards Messi's direction. And now León on the run. Cambindo, nifty move against Caicedo. Shot save, Rios, no foe! Oh my goodness! What a save by Rocco! The recently substituted Cambindo put a heck of a shot. He really put Caicedo on burnt toast. And then he went near post. Rocco guessed right. Cambindo, hand in the sky, can't believe it. Corner kick, Lighter Rider, Smith, Ivy, and front rep. Visit foryourrights.com. Cross in, and a back heel attempt by Beltran. He says there's a handball. But Cambindo again on this replay. Like I said, I like Caicedo, good young player. He made him burnt toast. He went to the Rocco's near side, and Rocco guessed right. Rios Novo saving Inter Miami in the 56th minute. But now we're on to the 58th, or excuse me, in the 57th minute. Now we're on to the 58th. León will take it short. Cutting into the box, attempting to, is Cortizo. He puts some service in, deflected away. León still on it. Arcila shot! Oh, wow, that was a whisker high. That was almost the goal of the tournament by Daniel Arcila. Holy cow. Whew. Inches away. Inter Miami catching a couple of breaks. A Rios Novo big-time save, and then Arcila inches away from the goal of the tournament. Noah Allen, Yannick Bright trying to get out. Get this ball out, boys. Messi on it, far side, in León territory. To Frey, back to Messi, and Messi was looking for Frey to cut in. They're not on the same page. And Garcia has it in his box. 59th minute. Quavara barking his orders from the back line. And now Lionel Messi battling with Quavara, trying to get the ball. And now we have a foul, and it'll go against Lionel Messi. Free kick coming up for León. Taking it quickly is León. Cambindo has been in business this second half since subbing on. He finds Cortizo. Cortizo now gets into the far side, still in the box, León, and getting the pass wrong was Moreno. Back on it is Cortizo. He'll play it back to Romana. Defenders up with the attack for León. Can Inter Miami hang on defensively? Near side Cortizo, back to Moreno. And a tackle by Noah Allen, and the lines judge says play on, no foul. Allen turns it over though. Beltran in the box, cuts it, shot, Goal. Wow. Wow. What a goal by León. End-to-end stuff. Fernando Beltran with a finesse right footer. 2-2. It's tied up. What a play, what a finish. And Fernando Beltran, the former Chivas man, 152 appearances for Chivas. His 40th game for León. That's only Beltran's 4th goal in this jersey. Game is significantly opened up, folks. Defense optional. Now Inter Miami needs to go get 2 more to try to get to that next round in League's Cup. I hate to keep reminding everyone, but Inter Miami needs 3 out of 4 scenarios for other teams to go their way, and they must win by 2 or 3 goals to possibly get to the quarterfinal. León trying to candy bar the door for our Herons. They win the ball back. On it is Arcila. And now Luan dispossessing Arcila. Casemiro on it. Pintér and Bright, the goal scorers for Inter Miami. Arcila. And now that one rolls out. That'll be a goal kick. And what's going on here? I think they're saying Rodriguez was the goal scorer. I mean, did he get a foot on it? Beltran put the shot on target. But we have a corner kick presented by Lytle Rider, Smith, Ivy, and Fromrath. We'll get a score check in a sec. DePaul, right foot in-swinger from the left side. Inter Miami needs a goal. DePaul will take it short to Segovia. Back to DePaul. Now Segovia again. Here's Frey. Frey putting one into the box, and that'll go over the head of Segovia. It will be a goal kick. Apparently Rodriguez got a foot on that Beltran goal. So they're actually going to give the goal to Ivan Rodriguez, but still a great spell of play by Beltran. León now, they're on it and they're forward. Arcila going to ground. He wants a foul. They're not going to get one. Yannick Bright winning the ball. Casemiro. Now to Segovia. And they turn it over. León back on it with Beltran. Cortizo back to Beltran. Beltran trying to play in Cambindo. Thwarted away. Yannick Bright spinning, turning, and now a foul. Beltran concedes the foul and says, that's on me. Inter Miami trying to play quick, but Inter Miami's going to try to get some subs on, and they do. Preston Plambic and Sergio Reguilon coming onto the pitch. So Plambic and Reguilon on. Off is Delanoy, and I'm waiting on the second player. 1 second. It might be Tlanasko Segovia. Nope. Noah Allen and Delanoy. So Reguilon on for Allen. Plambic on for Delanoy. 64th minute, 2-2. 4 goals in the game. Fun one. The issue is our Herons need to win by 2 or 3 goals. 3 would be great, but I don't know if we're going to get there at this time. We might not even get to 2. This is your Inter Miami Radio Network. Mike Rizzo on the call. My OG on-site producer is Oscar Gonzalez. Our frequency coordinator, Paul Adams. Sakti Rodriguez helping us out as well. Back at the City Play Studios in downtown West Palm Beach is Kate Chumsey. Plambic on it in León's half. Gets it to Yannick Bright. Bright now. Wheeling and dealing in that midfield. He's been my man of the match. Bright trying to find Messi, and that's where it breaks down. León trying to catch Inter Miami out like they've done twice already. And on it, León again. León, pass after pass in Inter Miami's half. 65th minute, 2-2, Inter Miami and León. Far side now, Domínguez cross in, headed away by Luan. Inter Miami needs to clear it. Bright actually finds Reguilon with some space. Sergio now running to the near side. And he tried to find Segovia. That's a bad turnover. On it is Romana. And good golly, what a win of the ball by Casemiro. Goal-saving win of the ball by Casemiro. Here's Segovia. Cutting in again. Talasco will switch his fields to the far side. This is Lionel Messi. Pass in, looking for Planbic, and Garcia comes off his lines and scoops it up. So Domínguez coming on for Beltran and Cambindo. Coming on for Santos. Inter Miami's got 4 substitutions out there. Rizzo, Caicedo, Lionel Messi, Sergio Reguilon. And now I think we're going to have another substitution for the Mexican side, León. Coming on is Brian Kalula. So Kalula coming on, and that looks like Moreno. Either Moreno or Arcila coming off the pitch. I'll get you 100% clearance here in a second, and it is Moreno. Arcila and Moreno. Messi on it in the box, tried to get a touchdown. That was fast off the play, and Garcia able to catch it. But Lionel Messi almost got a left boot on it. 2-2, Inter Miami and León. Cambindo doing battle up there for the attack in León. Now on it again, Cambindo in space. He gets it to the near side and the recently substituted Kalula. Cortizo. Now to Rodriguez. Arcila. And a backheel pass to Cambindo. Oh my goodness, what a spell of play for León. And thankfully Arcila got the strike wrong. Cambindo almost had a back heel assist. That would have been filthy. Going forward is Lionel Messi and Inter Miami. Messi gets it to Planbic, and Planbic tried going right back to Messi, but he got the pass all wrong. And Planbic, a young player, got that wrong. Messi winning the ball, Inter Miami. Back to Messi, now to Paul, back to Leo. Leo trying to get a right foot on it, and that one rolled out back for a corner kick. Presented by Leto Ryder Smith Ivy and Front Wrap. Visit foryourrights.com, foryourrights.com. That ball was moving quick with Messi and DePaul. And Romana picking up Messi and giving him a hug before the corner, and that corner is taken short. DePaul cross into the box, looking for Casemiro back stick, and cleared away by León. Cambindo getting it forward, and Inter Miami winning the ball back. This is DePaul to Messi. Messi chance, have erupted. Leo cutting in, finds Reguilon. Sergio going to take on a shot. What a sliding tackle. What a tackle by Romana. That young man is everywhere tonight. Romana, their largest transfer fee player, if they were to sell him for £6 million, I'll tell you what, he looks every penny worth tonight. He's been their best defender, bar none, not even close. And keep in mind, the yellow card he picked up was for mouthing off to head referee Mario Escobar. Rodrigo DePaul trying to go to the back stick. Nobody home. Plambic was tracking it. And in the 70th minute, we are going to have a goal kick. Let's pause 10 seconds for station identification across your Inter Miami radio network.
Anajar and Levine. Call 1-800-747-FREE. That's 1-800-747-3733.
ESPN 1063.
WESP Jupiter, a Good Karma Brands radio station.
On top of that, let's take a 60-second timeout. Let's take a 60-second timeout for the second half hydration break. This is your Inter Miami radio network. 60-second timeout.
For 40 years, Lytle, Ryder, Smith, Ivy, and Fraunrath has stood up for clients in South Florida communities. If you've been injured, their experienced attorneys across South Florida are ready to fight for your rights. They've recovered billions for their clients. There's no cost for a case evaluation and no fee unless they win. Visit foryourrights.com. That's foryourrights.com. Lytle, Ryder, Smith, Ivy, and Fraunrath, proud supporters of Inter Miami FC on ESPN South Florida. Main office in Palm Beach Gardens.
If you want to learn how to fan the football way, ask the fans with a Modelo. Only they know how to celebrate with strangers as if they were lifelong friends. To lose their voice for weeks after chanting for 90 minutes. They are always ready to teach you the ways of football, because to them, passion is meant to be shared. So go ahead, ask the fans with a Modelo.
Inter Miami Soccer is on ESPN 1063. Let's get back to the pitch. Here's Mike Rizzo.
Inter Miami coming out of their hydration break, tied 2-2 with León. Now, things are not going well for San Luis. They're down 2-0. San Luis needed to not get blown out. You know, a 2-goal win. You can sit here and talk about if it's a blowout. I kind of think it's a blowout. And then Monterrey down 1-0 to Nashville. So Inter Miami, none of this will mean anything if Inter Miami can't win by 2 or more goals. Our Herons tied 2-2 with León. Even if Inter Miami pulls out the late winner to get 6, they'll need still massive help, like I said, against Monterrey. But Messi on the pitch. 72nd minute. León going quick off of the timeout as Cambindo tried getting out and running immediately. 73rd minute, 2-2. And then Casemiro on it. Now far side touchline. Frey. Maurizio Caicedo. Time is of the essence. DePaul. Blasting forward, Rodrigo going to ground, and now a foul. That'll go against Domínguez. Here's Messi. Passing it to Ian Frey, far side. Frey with another nice skill move. Ian Frey's had a good night, and that's where it breaks down, but thankfully rolls out back for a corner presented by Lytle, Ryder, Smith, Ivy, and Fraunrath. For over 40 years, Lytle, Ryder, Smith, Ivy, and Fraunrath have been serving injured people and their families. Visit foryourrights.com. Lionel Messi with the left foot in-swinger from the right side. Messi going for an Olympico, and if Garcia didn't punch that away, we would have had a goal. Now DePaul on it. He'll get it back to Lionel Messi. Leo Messi, cross in, and caught by Garcia. He was looking for the big target man in Casemiro. León will go quick, like they have been trying to catch Inter Miami out on the counter all night long. Once again, León, 3 substitutes: Kalula, Domínguez, and Cambindo. Beltran, Santos, and Moreno off of the pitch. Our side now, León. León will recycle back to the defenders. And Garcia. Garcia booting it deep. Ian Frey on it. Whistle. Foul. Or offsides. Yep, flags up. Cambindo. Offsides. And now Inter Miami officially under 15 minutes to try to get a big-time result for that Leagues Cup table. Inter Miami forward now. Reguilon playing a ball in. Messi will end up with it by the penalty arc. He gives it to Bright. Now back to Leo. Leo looking back to Bright, and that one sent to the air. Here's to Paul. Will play Ian Frey. Far side touchline. Frey. Thought about sending it in. Gets it to Casemiro. Back heel. Plambic. Now back to Messi. Messi. Penalty arc. Oh, was looking for a streak in Reguilon, and nifty winning the ball by Kalula. On the run, Cortizo. In the 76th minute, Cortizo has options on the attack. 4-on-2. Cortizo takes a shot on, and what a save, Rios Novo. And Luan wants it offsides. They're not going to get one. León still on the ball. Arcila streaking back. He'll get it back to midfielders. This is Echevarria. Now to Domínguez. Now Rodriguez. Now on it. And an interception by Yannick Bright and Fabrizio Caicedo. Instead of playing an Inter Miami player who booted out of bounds. Quick throw in by León. A lot of cards in the game. 4 yellow cards total. 2 for León, 2 for Inter Miami. Casemiro and Segovia on a yellow for Inter Miami. Arcila and Romana on a yellow for León. All 4 still in the game. Kalula near side. Gets it to Cortizo. Back to Kalula. Kalula cross in, and Reguilon deflects it out of bounds. Will be a corner kick presented by Letter Rider Smith, Ivy, and Farmrat. Visit foryourrights.com. For over 40 years, Letter Rider Smith, Ivy, and Farmrat have been serving injured people and their families. Visit foryourrights.com. But 77th minute, 2-2. This is going to be a corner kick opportunity for Cortizo. Going to see what foot he is. It's going to be a left foot in-swinger. Unless he plays it short. But Cortizo lines it up, puts it in, and headed away by Casemiro. Plambic on it. And that ball sent in the air, and now we have a free kick and a yellow card coming towards Preston Plambic. This is going to be a dangerous free kick, folks, right outside the penalty arc for León. That's harsh. That's not a yellow. That's harsh. But 78th minute free kick opportunity coming up for León. Standing over it is Cortizo. Standing over it as well is Arcila. Arcila extended his goal-scoring streak to 4 games, dating back to the Liga MX game against Pachuca. So Pachuca, Nashville, Orlando, and now Inter Miami. He has been on fire, and he is standing over it. Could it be Cortizo? Could it be Arcila? We'll have to wait and see. Escobar, head referee, blows his whistle. Arcila will take it on, deflected immediately by the wall. Cortizo ends up with it, and now Yannick Bright winning it. And now a foul on Cortizo. Bright goes to the ground. Yannick Bright, in my opinion, man of the match. Goal scorer, ball winner, duel winner. He has been everywhere tonight. 79th minute. Inter Miami running out of time in Leagues Cup. The greatest player of all time, Lionel Messi, subbing on at halftime. His first appearance since the death of his father, Jorge. It's good to see him back on the Inter Miami radio network. DePaul cuts in, goes near side. This is Sergio Reguilon. Reguilon will play it back to DePaul. DePaul looking for Ian Frey on the far side. Ball won by León. And here comes León. On the counter they are, as they've been all night. Arcila plays on Cambindo. Cambindo, low-driven shot, and he got it all wrong. Did an Inter Miami defender get a foot on it is the question. And waiting on word. And we do have a corner kick presented by Lotto Rider Smith Ivy and Fromrath. For over 40 years, Lotto Rider Smith Ivy and Fromrath have been serving injured people and their families. Visit foryourrights.com. So at 80th minute, 80th minute corner kick, Cortizo, a left foot in-swinger. He'll take it on. And off the post! And Inter Miami now trying to get it out, and that ball will roll for a corner kick. Unbelievable. That one was almost 3-2. It could have been an own goal. It could have been a goal for Cambindo. We'll never know because it hit the post. But the header was initially batted down, and Cambindo and Frizio Caicedo were doing war in the box. Lionel Messi on it at midfield. Leo, bunch of nifty moves, finds Preston Plambic. Now Ian Frey. Frey plays it back to Messi. Messi cutting in. Finds Bright. Now DePaul. DePaul to Regulon. Now Segovia. Segovia bullied away. And a foul. Oh my goodness. That could have been the second yellow card on Segovia. And he grabbed him, and always a foul. I was worried that the second card could have been coming. Thankfully, Mario Escobar keeping his cards in his pocket. The León defenders were, rather, the León players were asking for a card. So free kick for León. Garcia, the goalkeeper, standing over it. Folks, if this is tied past regulation extra time, it will go into a penalty kick shootout. Inter Miami will be knocked out of the tournament regardless if that happens. Herons really needed a win tonight in regulation by 2 or 3 goals. Ball rolls out of bounds. Kalula will throw it in for León. León's been the hot team of the tournament. They defeated Orlando and Nashville. 2 out of the 3 best teams in the MLS. I personally think a nutmeg. And now León in business in the box. Cambindo, a pass to Arcila, and offsides. Wow. That's offsides. They're going to look at it, but that was a goal if it's not offsides. Arcila could have a brace here. I know. I'm waiting to see if Escobar is going to hear from VAR. And it looks like his arm could be off. Cambindo's arm is off. We're waiting to see if VAR is going to look. But Arcila did find the back of the net from a Cambindo pass to Cambindo all over the place in the second half. He has been a player. And Escobar surrounded, head referee, head official Escobar surrounded by León players. And now captain for León, Ivan Rodriguez, the 30-year-old Mexican, is looking for answers. And so is the head gaffer, Javier Gandolfi. And now they're going to call it a goal. So 3-2, León on top. So VAR deciding that Cambindo was onside, and León up 3-2 on Inter Miami. And quite possibly ending Inter Miami's League Cup run. That's tight, guys. I don't know. His arm looked offsides to me, but that's tight. That was tight. His left arm looked offside to me, but heck of a strike by Arcila. Facundo Mora coming onto the pitch. Hoyos using his last substitution. But 3 second-half goals for León. Arcila, Domínguez, and Arcila again. The León supporters have woken up here in the second half. That's who you're hearing now. 85th minute, 3-2 León on top of our Herons. By the way, Mora coming on for Frey. Yannick Bright on it. This is DePaul, back to Caicedo. Won't be much as far as extra time. I'm assuming 2 minutes for the hydration break. Haven't had a lot of stoppages here in the second half. León winning the ball from Yannick Bright and going to ground. Quavara losing the ball. Now Casemiro able to win it for Inter Miami and getting to Reguilon. Inter Miami's got to score to send it to penalties. But Lionel Messi on it. Messi to DePaul. In the box now are our Herons. Planbic. Preston Planbic cutting in. Pass in. Looking for Reguilon. Back stick. Oh no, he got the finish all wrong. He took it off the volley and he didn't put enough mustard on it. And Garcia comes up with the save. What a ball by Preston Planbic, the academy kid. And oh, Reguilon got it all wrong on that back stick. Ah, that hurts. León booted it, cleared it, and Inter Miami on it. Planbic. Far side to DePaul. DePaul to Messi. Messi cutting in. Still on it, Lionel Messi. Still in the box, Lionel Messi. Messi, right foot deflected and a corner. And Quavara, the center back, is down. While he's down, I'll explain to you that all Inter Miami corners are presented by Lytle Riders, Smith, Ivy, and Fromrath. Visit foryourrights.com. foryourrights.com. Lytle Riders, Smith, Ivy, and Fromrath have been serving injured people and their families for over 40 years. Messi quickly takes it short to DePaul. And Messi now being told he went too quick on the corner. They got to retake it. If Messi sends it in, it'll be a left foot in swinger from the right side. Taken, headed away by Cambindo, and now on it is Arcila. Arcila finds Domínguez, who's out on the left flank. Domínguez with acres of space, still on the ball. Now Planbic closing him down. Domínguez still on it, still on the run. And that's where it breaks down all the way in the Inter Miami box. It'll be a Rocco Rios Novo goal kick in the 88th minute. 5 cards in the game, 3 yellow cards for Inter Miami, 2 for León. We've had 4 goals, Pintér and Bright for Inter Miami, 3 goals for León. Domínguez in the 61st, and Arcila, the striker, is on a brace. Lionel Messi on the ball, far side touchline, down a goal. Here comes Facundo Mora. Mora cross in, and that one deflected away by León. Arcila's clearance batted down by Inter Miami. Here's Preston Planbic getting it to Lionel Messi. Now DePaul putting a shot on target. Messi ends up with it. Messi low driven, saved! A low driven left footer saved by Garcia. And in the 89th minute, Lionel Messi came inches away from tying it up at 3. Cortizo and León immediately get that ball into the Inter Miami half. Near side touchline, Kalula. Now to Romana. Domínguez releasing Cambindo. Cambindo at the penalty arc of Inter Miami. Thwarted away by Rizzo Caicedo. Now Preston Planbic on it. 89th minute. To be exact, 89-26, 89-27. We're 30 seconds away from extra time, presented by your local South Florida Audi dealer. Far side, Facundo Mora. Planbic. Luan. Now Segovia. DePaul. 3-2, León on top. Plan big. 6 minutes of extra time presented by your local South Florida Audi dealer. Casemiro, pass to Bright, now to Messi. Messi in the box, Reguilon, cross in, deflected. Garcia, the goalkeeper, plays it with his feet to Cortizo, still in trouble. And now Cortizo dribbles it out of bounds, throwing on the near side. Extra time presented by your local South Florida Audi dealer. Visit AudiUSA.com to learn more. AudiUSA.com to learn more. 2 more substitutions coming on for León. So head coach and gaffer Javier Gandolfi emptying his bench. Both teams have used all 5 of their substitutions. Lara on for Cortizo, Valdez on for Arcila. And going to ground is Reguilon. Foul. Free kick near side touchline outside the box. Then a cheeky play by León on the free kick. We're going to redo it. DePaul standing over it, going to be a right foot in swing and free kick from the near side touchline into the box. DePaul booted away fisted away by Garcia. Now Messi crossed into the box. Luan! And saved by Garcia. Oh. Had a couple of those tonight. On target headers right at the keeper. And that's unfortunate. León will clinch a top 3 seed if they win this game tonight. They'll get all 9 points, beating arguably the 3 best MLS teams in Inter Miami, Nashville, and Orlando. Orlando probably the one you question if they're one of the better teams. But I would say within the last month and a half since adding Antoine Griezmann, they have definitely been a top team in the MLS according to record and goals scored. But 92nd minute, León on top of our Herons 3-2. And our Herons all but knocked out of League's Cup at this point. And now a foul. Gonzalo Luan getting a little too physical for head referee Mario Escobar's liking. And it'll be a free kick for León. Valdez, Lara, Kalula, Domínguez, Cambindo, substitutions for León. And then Caicedo, Messi, Reguilon, Planbic, and Mora, the substitutes for our Inter Miami Herons. 94th minute, 2 more minutes of extra time presented by your local South Florida Audi dealer. Near side touchline now. Jesus Lara. And Reguilon winning the ball. Segovia on it. Gets it to Frizio Caicedo. Now Casemiro. And foul. Going to go against Luis Valdez. Free kick for Inter Miami. Far side touchline, Planbic. Can Inter Miami tie it up and go to PKs? Once again, if Inter Miami does get a goal within the next 2 minutes here, it will go to penalties. And it could spoil the top seed, the top 3 seed for León. Bright, Casemiro, Mora. Back to Casemiro, now to Messi. Messi outside the penalty area. Gets it to DePaul. DePaul was looking for Leo. Deflected back to him, now to Reguilon. And Reguilon losing the ball. León leaking out Valdez and Lara on the near side. Cambindo on it now in Inter Miami's half. And now León will try to pass it around for 1 more minute. 94 and a half have gone by. Kalula. And a foul. Will go against Reguilon. Too handsy with Jesus Lara, and now tempers are flaring up. Mario Escobar's got to get control of this game. He's telling everyone, calm down. 95th minute, one more minute of extra time. León playing keep away. This is Garcia out of his box, booting it deep. 20 more seconds to go. Cambindo on it, and I think that's an offsides flag. No, it's a foul on Escobar, head referee blowing his whistle. 95-48, 95-49, 10 seconds away from final whistle. We'll see how long Escobar lets Inter Miami try to get an equalizer. Mexican fans are pleading for a whistle, but Yannick Bright in the box, cross in, oh no! Daniel Pintér couldn't get to it, and we have a corner kick presented by Letter Rider Smith Ivy and Front Wrap. Visit foryourrights.com. A corner kick, a right foot in-swinger that'll probably be the last boot of the game. Planbic. Now Planbic gets ruled off the ball by DePaul, and now DePaul plays Messi. Messi cuts in. He'll play it to Facundo Mora. Now back to Luan. Can't go backwards. There we go. Now gets it back to Mora. Mora crossed into the box. Header by Segovia. Deflected away. León on it, and that is the final whistle. Inter Miami knocked out a Leagues Cup, losing 3-2 to León. León doing the what people thought the impossible. Beating Inter Miami. Beating Nashville. Beating Orlando. We'll wrap things up on your Inter Miami Radio Network next.
Overheard at the Hard Rock Bet Party.
Hey, Irv, you watching the game?
Watching? I'm all over these live bets on the Hard Rock Bet app right now. Brother, I'm in the game. That's a quick winner. Si se puede, si se puede, si se puede.
Live betting on Hard Rock Bet makes any game worth celebrating. Download the Hard Rock Bet app and start live betting today. Hard Rock Bet. Roll with us.
Offered by the Seminole Tribe of Florida. Must be 21 plus and physically present in Florida to wager. Terms and conditions apply. Concerned about your gambling? Call or text 1-833-PLAY-WISE.
The pink smoke is in the air. This is the Inter Miami postgame show. Here's Mike Rizzo.
Final score 3-2. Inter Miami knocked out of Leagues Cup. Goal scorers for Inter Miami, Daniel Pintér and Yannick Bright. And then for León, Arcila. Daniel Arcila has 5 goals in his last 4 games. He had a brace tonight, and Domínguez scoring the 3rd. We'll catch up with you guys the next time on your Inter Miami Radio Network. Coming up on Saturday, our Herons back in MLS action in Nashville. So Geodis Park in Nashville. We'll talk to you then at 8:30, a late one. Brew up the coffee, but Inter Miami losing tonight to León, and then knocked out of Leagues Cup. We'll talk to you guys at Saturday on your Inter Miami Radio Network.
The Summer of Audi sales event is here. The finesse, the precision, and the power. We know